Hello everybody, it's Leo season and today, July 28th of 2022, it's new moon in Leo. I almost didn't come here to give this video to you guys because I've been traveling, I've been working on healing, I've been releasing all the emotional stuff that Cancer season asked us to do, and I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this video because it's just last minute, but you know what? You guys deserve to know this because this new moon is so freaking special and so powerful. And even though I'm launching this video on the day of the new moon, I think it's very important that I share with you guys this powerful energy that's happening right now. And so the video is going to be a little shorter today, but I'm still going to talk about 5 things you should know about this new moon in Leo of July 28th of 2022, and a few ritual ideas that you can use to manifest your intentions. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned and let's go. Hello everybody, hello beautiful souls. I'm glad you stayed. If you have been here before, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Anna, and in this channel I talk about the energy surrounding the new moon and the full moons and how you can use these energies to help you heal, help you grow, and help you fulfill your purpose, because these energies are around there for us to leverage, and awareness is so powerful, especially today. If you've been following me a little bit already, you know that new moons are a great time for manifesting, a great time to set intentions. But this particular one, this new moon in Leo, it's so powerful. We have a trine with Jupiter, and it's actually helping us to move forward even more. And I really want to share this information with you. So without further ado, let's start. The first thing you should know about this new moon on July 28th of 2022 is that it's happening at 5 degrees of Leo, of the sign of Leo. What does that mean, Anna? Okay, let's first talk about new moons. As we know, new moons happen when the moon and the sun are together in the same space from the perspective of Earth in the sky. That means we have dark nights. We don't really see the moon. The moon has been full, and now it's starting to wane, and now we don't really see a moon because it rises and sets with the sun. And that means, astrologically speaking, that it's a time for us to look inside ourselves, to plant seeds for the upcoming new lunar cycle, the next month, and even the next 6 months ahead, when we finally will have a full moon in the sign that it is right now, in the sign of Leo, when we are in Aquarius season. But it's really a time for us to connect with our higher self, to go inside, to look internally, and really see what are the new intentions, the new seeds that we want to plant. And we don't have to plant the same seeds we planted in the last season, because we've learned so much and we've let go of so much. We came from a very intense, feeling-based, emotion-based season with Cancer, and now we're ready to we have the space, we have released those emotions, and we have the space to set our new intentions. We already integrated everything that happened, and now we're going to plant seeds of what we want to happen, make happen, right? And so because of that, new moons are really good for manifesting, but this one is going to be extremely powerful to manifest. And why am I saying that? Well, let's first start with the Leo energy. Leo is a fiery sign. It's a sign that rules the self-confidence in ourselves, our authenticity. And it's a sign that is all about passion and joy and fun and creativity. It's going to give us such a boost to actually act on those intentions, because we can have intentions all day long. If we don't do anything for it, they won't happen, right? So this is a time to surrender. Yes, surrender to the universe and surrender that things are happening for our highest good, but also to take action and have the courage to be ourselves and be authentically us. Because Leo brings this energy of being bold and being courageous and being a leader and shining, right? We may even think that Leo could be a little bit arrogant and a little bit cocky and a little want to be the center of attention, a little narcissistic. And that's, yes, this is a little bit of the shadow of Leo. Like I told you guys, there's always a light and shadow. And we should watch out for that. We should watch out for times that maybe we're being too proud. But overall, this energy is not here for that. It's here to help us really step into our heart, because Leo rules the heart. Leo is a fire sign. It's a fixed sign. So it can be a little stubborn, but it's also a sign that perseveres, that is good on acting and making it happen, not just starting something, but actually continuing that. And it's a sign that knows who they are. The king of the jungle, and that's why I have my hair, by the way. I don't know if you guys like it, but I didn't want to do my hair today because I wanted to be unapologetically me, and I wanted to be wild, and I have my little jungle dress. Anyway, let's not derail. But that's what Leo is about. It's about being you and remembering who you are. And because of that, I feel that it's going to be a very intense energy for us to really make anything that we want to happen. Trust me, a year from now, remember today, remember this moment, and take a look back and see what you manifested. Another thing that I want to mention about Leo is that it's about expressing yourself and being seen and sharing those gifts that are authentically yours. And if you don't have self-confidence, if you don't work on your self-love, if you don't stop like caring so much about what other people think, like the king of the jungle doesn't care, right? They're there to rule, but not rule in a bossy way, not rule in a narcissistic way, but rule in a loving way. Rule with your heart. Rule by allowing others to see your light and be seen and express yourself and prioritize your needs, but also be aware that other people can be inspired by you, inspired by your light. Sometimes that's the best leadership. It's not really telling others what to do, but feeling so confident within yourself that your light shines through, your joy shines through, your fun shines through. This is a great time also for romance, for passion, because we're going to be feeling those energies, those Leo energies. We want to get out there. We want to do things that are fun, that gives us joy. We want to Marie Kondo that shit. If you don't know what Marie Kondo is a lady that talks about decluttering. And she says that you should hold a piece of clothing and say, does this spark joy? So that's the energy that you want to do in this season, right now in this new moon. You want to take a look at your intentions and what you've been doing and think, does that still spark joy? Is it speaking to my heart? And if it's not, maybe it's time for new intentions. And if it is, but nothing has been happening, let's look at the actions. What actions are blocking me? What is blocking my self-confidence? What is blocking my self-love? Why can't I move forward? Is this the right intention in the first place or not, right? So that is what I wanted to tell you about Leo season. So the second thing I want to tell you guys about this new moon in Leo is that the moon and the sun are trining Jupiter in Aries. Jupiter is an expansion planet, good luck, good fortune, positivism. It's the planet that allows us to go further and go the distance because it's all about the vision quest. And it's in the sign of Aries, which is the warrior, the independent energy, the go-getter, the doer, right? It's a fire sign. Jupiter also rules Sagittarius, which is another fire sign. And we have the moon and the sun in Leo, which is a fire sign. So as you can see, we have triple fire energy, triple action energy to have combined with our intentions, and we have that action, so we're really gonna have that flame out. So Jupiter is helping us to step even more into that self-confident power, into that expansion and that belief and faith that everything is happening for you. And we believe in divine orchestration. We say yes to things. We surrender to the flow. But Jupiter is also going to be going retrograde today as well. And the day that it goes retrograde, it stays stationary for a little bit. And that means the energy will be stronger. But you don't have to be afraid of retrogrades and planets that are going retrogrades, because all it means is that we, instead of focusing externally, we're going to focus internally, that energy. So we're going to take that energy of good luck, of expansion, of surrender to the flow, to really look at aspects of our lives, to look at ourselves, to really be able to redefine the aspects of ourselves that no longer serve us, but also to review how we have been going after our goals. What has worked, what hasn't worked? Are we focusing on the right things? Where have we been putting our energy? Is that giving back what we want? So Jupiter is giving us an extra amount of clarity on what our intentions really should be. So paired with the new moon in Leo, which is also giving us strength and self-confidence and love, it's going to, and love, and when I say love, I mean like connection with our heart and to understand our true passions. It's really going to push us forward. And right now is a really lucky, auspicious time. I'm actually going to go downstairs and buy a lottery ticket, because I really believe in this energy today. I really believe that anything you set your heart to and you set your intentions to do today is getting an extra energy, an extra power from Jupiter. So go there and believe, say yes. If there's anything in your life that you've been feeling stuck or feeling like maybe you can't do it, pray and like harvest this energy of Jupiter and just say yes and just do it. Just do the next step. You don't have to know all the steps. You don't have to have everything figured out. Just trust the signs, trust your own heart and things that spark joy in you and allow you to feed your inner child and step more into that Leo energy, because that's all Jupiter is doing, is helping you to step more into that energy. The third thing I want to tell you guys about is more like a warning or awareness, is that Chiron, the wounded healer, is gonna square Venus in Cancer, the relationship, the love planet, right? So what does that mean? Well, squaring energies, when planets are squaring each other, they're challenging each other. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of times these challenges come up so we can have a bigger awareness about what's happening in our life, about our behaviors, and that with the awareness we can make the changes that are necessary. So I still want to see this aspect as something that's helping us in this whole redefinition of who we are, and this remembering of who we are when we were supposed to be, right? And helping us see what no longer is serving us in the way that we show up to others. So some situations may arise where we will feel triggered by other people, especially in relationships or at work, in relationships to others, not necessarily a romantic relationship, but your relationship to other people. And these people may trigger you. And what I want you to pay attention to is, what are these triggers telling you about yourself? How are these people being mirrors to your patterns and your behavior? And maybe we should evaluate, how are we letting our own suffering, our own stories of our past really affect the way we relate to others? Are we being more anxiously attached, or are we being more avoidant, or are we secure but it's only in certain situations? So I want you to take a look at whatever may arise, not as something that, oh my God, it's going to cause me pain, but something that helps you increase your awareness to see how you can really change how you define your self-worth and take a fresher look into that old story that maybe you're telling yourself, or that past wound that you were telling yourself. So just now you're aware. If situations like that arise, use that to help you reset also your intentions. You don't have to set your intentions for the new moon only today. It's a period, like you can keep writing and journaling. So journaling is actually really good for this aspect of Chiron and Venus, because it allows you to go internally and use this new moon energy to really take a good look at yourself and how you're showing up in your relationships. The fourth thing you should know about this new moon in Leo is actually not happening at the new moon itself. It's happening on August 1st and 2nd on Monday and Tuesday. But it's a very big aspect that all the astrologers have been waiting for this year. It's the most important aspect of this year, and we've been calling the Great Conjunction. Mars, the planet of action, energy, anger, aggressiveness, warrior, right, is conjuncting Uranus, the planet of sudden change and disruption and revolution and rebellion, and the North Node are also, which talks about our purpose, our soul calling, our karma. All these three are going to be together in Taurus, which talks about our financial stability, our self-worth, and the stability, like the root chakra, right? All this root chakra elements. So something can come up that's going to be very disruptive. And I'm not telling you this so you can prevent it. Don't even try to prevent it. If you have not been following your path, if you have not been attentive to karma laws, and if you haven't been doing what your soul really wants you to do, and you're not on your soul contract path, this could be a very disruptive situation that may arise for you. And in your personal life, but also in a more bigger scale world life. So maybe you've been feeling this unknown angst or like unsettledness, or like a feeling of like things just need to change. I'm feeling this stuck energy. That's what's coming up. It's the preparation for what Uranus and Mars and the North Node conjunct is going to bring. And you're going to have clarity. I want you to use whatever happens to take a step back and have a little bit of a higher perspective on what are the themes that are coming up to you. What no longer is acceptable in your life. If you're feeling anger, what is that anger trying to teach you? If you feel sadness or this emptiness, what is it trying to teach you? What is no longer acceptable for your spiritual evolution? And what is the lesson, the spiritual lesson that this situation is bringing to your life? It could feel like a full moon. It could feel like the eclipse that happened a while back. It could feel like a big blow up. And if it does happen, well, it will happen more for some than others, depending how far you are in your path. Imagine that you're going down the road and you're going on the road towards your purpose, but it's actually the wrong path. Do you want to keep going on that path? Or you want to have like a very strong disruptive blockage energy on that road, so you have to go back and go in a different route, right? That's the energy that's happening. That's what's this conjunction, this rare conjunction, the most important conjunction of the year is doing to you. And when that happens, I want you to tap into the Jupiter energy, tap into the Leo energy, and really try to see the silver lining of it all. Try to see the divine orchestration of it all. And then you'll be able to learn the lesson, because we only stay stuck in suffering when we can't see what the lesson was. Once we learn the lesson, we're able to step into gratitude. My breathwork instructor actually told me something that resonated with me a lot. He said, you don't have to be great. You don't have to like the things that you're grateful for. And that is something that I want to bring to you guys, because even though it may be hard, even though something may happen that you don't like it and it may cause some pain, if you focus on the lesson, you can be grateful for it. And gratitude is the highest energy, the highest frequency that you can be at. So happy conjunction to everybody. And there's something else that I want to add. It's actually a 4 quadruple conjunction. I don't know if that's how you say it, because we're gonna have the goddess Kali also conjuncting at the same degree with all these guys. And Kali is the darkness goddess. the powerful goddess and the goddess that doesn't let us be comfortable. Kali wants us to really look into our shadows and heal that. So I'm actually gonna read. I have a Kali oracle here. I'm gonna take a card for you guys right now to see what else can I be adding to this information for this fourth thing that you should know. So Kali, please give me some insights on what I should tell my readers. Okay, I got this one. Okay, are you guys ready? Life as you have known will change radically, and this can be a welcome release. Kali is not quiet and subdued in cremation grounds. She's wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would be otherwise none. She brings an end to stagnation that has been depleting your life force. I couldn't ask for a most perfect card, and you guys saw I just took it. So that's what I leave you guys with. Right, the fifth thing and final thing I want to tell you guys, and I apologize for having the video just as long as my other videos. I really thought this was going to be shorter, but I guess I got into it and now it's just as long as the other ones. But anyway, the fifth thing you should know is that Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet of our intellect, of our expression, is squaring all those guys in the conjunction. So it's going to square Uranus and it's going to square Mars. And squares are challenges, right? And having Mercury squaring those guys, it's really going to bring some conflict. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, do not engage in conflict. Be very intentional with your words. Use the conflicts that may arise to understand a little bit more about yourself. Some fears and insecurities that you have within yourself can come up and want to block you. To that I say, push it forward. Push it through and believe that you are confident, you are a special being. What you come to bring to this world, only you can bring. And try to see how you can break the pattern. How can you, if you're feeling stuck, do something to stuck yourself. Do something that's not in your routine. Dance a new song, go to a new place, and try to disrupt that energy of stuckness. You can also have some intense communications, some arguments. Be very intentional with your word. Words are spells. We need to have awareness that words that we say to others and to ourselves, because what we say to ourselves sometimes is even more damaging than things we say to others. And try to not be so hard on yourself. Be caring, be loving with yourself, because if you're doing that with yourself, you can do that with others. Some miscommunication could happen. This could even feel a little bit like a Mercury retrograde right now, which we have all these conflicts and arguments with your loved ones and everything. But try to just go with the flow and not get stuck in that, and think of your higher purpose. Use Jupiter energy, use your Leo energy to focus on the things that matter, and be mindful. Be mindful of the words you're using to others. Be mindful of the words you're using with yourself. Go with the flow, surrender, and be flexible. All right, everyone, let's talk about some rituals that you can do today, but also in the upcoming days. It's okay. The energy of the new moon is not going to last only today, especially with all these aspects that are happening in the upcoming 5 days or so. So do this at your own pace whenever you want. Today would be more powerful and tomorrow because of the Jupiter placement, but you can do whenever in the next 5 days, okay? And this time I'm not gonna give you a list of exactly what to do. I'm gonna give you a few activities that you can be doing, and you can pick and choose whatever sparks joy on you, whatever speaks to your heart, so you can leverage your badass Leo energy self and trust yourself in designing your own ritual. So the first thing though that you should do is to cleanse. You're gonna want to cleanse your space, cleanse your house, cleanse yourself, cleanse everything, channel your inner OCD cleaner person. And you can use sage, you can use Palo Santo, you can use incense to cleanse your house, or just clean everything, because since it's the new moon, it's a fresh start. You want a neutral energy around you for, you know, for this season, for this time of right now. Now, another thing you can do, you can use lemons and put a lemon on each corner of your house. And lemons are known to absorb negativity. Lemons are also yellow, which talks about the solar plexus chakra, which, you know, is very much in tune with the Leo energy that we need to harvest, of self-confidence, of trusting ourselves and believing in our power. So do the lemon thing if that speaks to you. Another thing that you should do is set intentions. But this time, I want to invite you to set intentions with actions. So instead of just writing your intentions and put it out in the universe and hoping it magically happen, I want you to use this energy of Leo, of the fire, right, which is action based, to write your intentions. And then next to your intentions, you're gonna write why, because it's important to go back to your heart and go back to your motivation, right? So you're gonna write what's the intention, why you're intending that, and what actions you believe you need to take. Even if it's just the next step. You don't have to have everything figured out, but what is one next step in that intention that you can do? So write that down in a piece of paper, fold it, put it under your crystals, put it in a safe space. If you have an altar, leave it in your altar, and maybe open in a month. Once the cycle is over, open it again when we have the next new moon. Or also you can keep it for longer. You can keep it until the full moon in Aquarius and see how you've done. And just put it in a place that is safe and that only you will see. If you don't mind other people seeing it, no problem, be my guest. But put it in a safe space, in a sacred space for you. Another thing you can do is write a love letter to yourself. Leo speaks about the heart and speaks of romance and passion. How can you write a really passionate letter for yourself, saying of all the things that you're amazing for? So write that. Write your love letter, and don't worry about sounding cocky, because no one's going to read it, only yourself. So that's the time that you can humble brag and just write all the things that you're proud of yourself for, even if they're little things. Just speak it up, you know, write it up, and keep that in your journal for yourself. Whenever you're feeling down, just write it, like read it again, or maybe write new things that you've done. Another thing you can do is, I'm gonna call it the healthy ego game. So I want you to write 4 things that you love about yourself. So you're gonna write those 4 things. And then next to those 4 things, for each one of those, I want you to write and think about who are the people or situations that you can give credit for, or acknowledge them as an inspiration, as someone who's fostered that. Maybe maybe it's a role model. It doesn't need to be someone you know. It can be just maybe a role model, or a book that you read. It's just important here that you avoid the shadow side of Leo, of becoming arrogant and becoming too cocky and thinking that you're awesome because you're awesome and that's how you're born, and more like acknowledging who were part of that characteristic that you have in yourself. Who can you credit? Because when you go into that, you can go into gratitude, and gratitude is one of the highest frequencies. So you're not going to have a healthy ego. You're not going to step into the cockiness of it all. So healthy ego game, very good to do. Another thing you can do, and this is the magic part, so I'm going to do this one. If it speaks to you, you do it, is you're going to write your intention. It could be a word or like a small phrase, but you're going to write on a bay leaf. And then you're going to burn that. And as you burn, you're going to channel, and you're going to think about the mantra of, I am widely open to the mysteries of the universe, and I believe that this is already part of me, and I already have this, right? and you're gonna burn it and you throw away the ashes. Okay, don't keep that stuff, and it's going to happen. I don't know if I've never done it, but I have a lot of witch friends that have done it and guaranteed to me that that works. So I want to invite you to do that, especially because it uses fire, and I really think we should honor fire as an element on this new moon, because we have all the fire signs. It's a very fiery new moon, right? So do that. Another thing you could do, and I particularly am not a person that does it, is a vision board. But it has helped a lot of people that I know to just have that vision, just be able to channel that. So the way you do a vision board, you can Google it, you can look on YouTube, but you basically do pictures that inspire you and phrases and things that what you hope to achieve in the next year, right? So you can look, by looking at that and by just the act of creating that, you're going to be getting in touch with your heart and your deepest desires. So you can do a vision board. You can also be creative. Another thing you can do is do like arts and crafts and a creativity activity. I am actually in the process of building my own disco ball, and once that's done, I'll share it with you guys. And I'm kind of far away from finishing, and I really want to work on that today. So I want to finish this video as soon as possible so I can start doing that. But Leo is all about the creativity energy and the fun and play, and that's something that just gives me joy to work with my hands and work in crafts and everything. Another thing you can do, see, I told you I'm going to give you many ideas, is focus on making your solar plexus stronger. So you can do Uddiyana Bandhas. I learned that from my Tantra certification, and basically these are stomach vacuums, and the way you can do that is you do 15 deep breaths with your eyes closed. You're meditating, you're present, you're being mindful. Do 15 breaths, deep breaths, and then you're gonna exhale everything out, and then you're gonna suck your stomach without breathing more air in, and then you're gonna hold as long as you can. I'm gonna put here down below a song that you can do this over and over and repeat, and this song is specifically chosen to tap into your solar plexus. I got it from my Tantra teacher, and it's been chosen for that reason. And that actually helps you to unlock anything that could be in your solar plexus, and that's going to give you just so much more energy, so much more power. So maybe if you don't want to do that on your ritual day, just do it whenever you're feeling low, whenever you're feeling like you can't really tap into that Leo energy, then you do it. And you can also do mantras. It's a really good time to do mantras about yourself, about your strength. One mantra I can share with you guys is, I am widely open to share my unique power and light with the world. The other one is, I unconditionally love and accept myself, and I'm here to share my gifts with the world. But any mantra that you can think of that taps into this self-love, self-confidence energy is really gonna help you out. And as you're doing it, try to do it in a mirror with your power pose. Power pose is when you put your hands on your hips, and it's known, there's a TED talk about it even, it's known to help you with that presence, with that power and strength and believing in yourself. So that's it for today. I know this is a long ritual video, but I wanted to empower you to really choose whatever sparks joy in you and do whatever activity you feel called to. Happy new moon to everybody. I hope you liked this content, and I'll see you August 12th for the full moon in Aquarius. Bye everyone.